A very good day to you and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadil Kabir here with Herman Manyora for usual political conversations that are very simple, truthful and biased to put them across in a hard-hitting way. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
We're in the famous Lombe village.
Under the famous
mango tree.
Correct.
Such a lovely home you have here.
Thank you.
Lovely people we've met.
Humble
Community.
Yes.
How have you been though?
Wonderful.
You're good.
Relax at home under these sheds.
Yeah. Are you ready to go into one of those republics that Raila wants? That's our conversation for today. Says President William Ruto denounce Rigathi Gachagua over his shareholders thing, or we are ready to take our notion to the United Nations and tell them that we want another republic. Governor Mwangi was saying we will have a different flag, different country. What do you think about that?
That's a joke. I think we are taking these jokes too far. We must not go in that direction. I just want to invite anybody who is thinking in that manner to look at countries have gone that direction. What they have faced. Yes. It's not like you can just say, okay, this is Kenya, let's take a ruler and cut. Let's just bring cartographers to draw the map. It's not that simple. It comes at terrible cost.
Why do you think he has gotten to this place now? Because the shareholders thing was like 2-3 months ago. Why do you think they have come up with this self-determination thing now?
I think there's just a strategy from Raila, because Raila is never short of strategies. This is just one of them to scare these fellows. You saw when he tried ICC, it almost worked. It scared the police, and people could be pretending, but they are scared. So this self-determination catapults this thing to an international arena. Yes. It becomes the subject of attention at an international scale. Why do
you say it is jokes if it is going to be a subject of conversation in that?
I'm saying we are joking with what ought to be a very serious matter. Secession is not something that comes on a silver platter. People go through a lot of struggle, blood and lives are lost. There's a lot of pain. It's a very painful birth. Yeah.
Do you think it's time for the president to denounce some of these things?
Look at any time. Just look anywhere. Let somebody tell me anywhere where people have split into different countries. Tell me one where people sat in a room and brought experts to draw the map, the line. This river will be the boundary between you and this one, and then they left there clapping hands, and the country became 2 or 3 countries. I'm looking for one. If you look around here, you look at Sudan. The war in Sudan started when I was 2 years old. South Sudan became a country just the other day. Look at those countries as Slavic countries. Look at the struggles in those countries. Look at what the USSR went through. The kind of lives people lived. The struggles people underwent. The lives that were lost. Russia just didn't give in. Yeah, there were
Russia,
years
Ukraine.
of pain.
Yeah. I want to know, is it
Look
time?
at Russia and Ukraine, Crimea, and these are not simple matters. I'm wanting to, maybe because I'm not a typical historian. I love history, I know a bit of history, but I'm not a typical historian. So historians might remind me and political scientists that Manyora, there are countries which just sat down and agreed. They split. And they can't be many, because I don't know even one myself.
Tell me, is it time for the president to denounce some of these things that the deputy has been saying when it comes to saying this government, when it comes to state appointments? First, we give the people that supported us. It's a shareholders government. Do you think it's time for the president?
I think what the Gachagua means is something anybody can understand. Gachagua just simply means, and the president said something similar to that, that you see, everywhere in the world, when you win power, you share it with those who helped you. You don't form government with your opponents, you form government with your supporters. People who struggled with you, suffered with you. Those are the people you form government with. But you see, it was rather reckless of Gachagua to say the way he said, to say what he said in the manner he said it. But it's joking. Gachagua was just being, he's just joking,
When you look at the
with everything with a light touch, with humor, shareholder, wanahisa. Of course, he's not serious about it.
But I'm saying when you look at the political temperature, there are some things when you get to a certain level you don't say. Don't you agree that it was a mistake for him to say what he did?
Certainly.
Is it time for the president to denounce?
No, what I would advise them for free, then these guys should pay me something small. I would advise them for Gachagua just in the same manner he said, to say people misunderstood me. And then he says what he has to say. And that will be enough. And the president can say, well, my deputy said that he has now explained, I don't know why we want to mess our country for no apparent reason. And then that will be the end of the story. But every time something happens, it has political ramifications for both sides. I'm inviting Raila Odinga to be a little more careful. Because like I've said in the past,
Raila Odinga, to be a little more careful. Because when you keep making demand after demand, people get tired of you. I'm telling you. Yeah, people, you'll make Ruto again be a beneficiary of the victim syndrome. You know, the sympathy that he got in order to go to State House. If you are not careful, he will begin getting. Because you are bombarding him with demands every time, left, right. The demands are justified. But we're looking at the quantity, at the number, the frequency. And every time he gives in, then he will appear to be the victim. He will appear to be magnanimous. And you will appear to be a stubborn troublemaker. That's how public issues work. So you must limit the number of fronts on which you engage. Raila would need to limit the number of, just say, demands and ultimata. Reduce them to a few manageable ones. And they concentrate them in such a way that Ruto and his government are forced to respond to them immediately and at once. But if he gives you piecemeal, you throw a demand, after some times, he gives in. After some times, he gives in. Another one, he gives in. Two things are happening, obviously. One, he's buying time. And that time is all he needs. Number two, like I've said, people get tired of the demands you keep making. Now, when you look at Raila's side, they've suspended talks. Now they're giving 7 days ultimatum to this, and the Gachagua thing. What is the future?
And the days are going. Of course, Gachagua is going to withdraw. But the 7 days are gone. The talks are not going on. Then they'll start the talks. Then something else will happen. Then they'll make another demand. I'm trying to educate them. They don't hear. They should even pay me. Raila should pay me.
Is it a sense
I'm trying to help him. Don't keep giving demands.
Is a sense of love.
You are giving Ruto the time he needs, number one. You are making Kenyans get tired of you. Why are you making demands all the time? Focus the demands. Concentrate them in one basket. Package them well. Deliver them to the government in a manner the government is forced to respond. And if government fails to respond, make a move that will force government to respond. Yeah. But if you scatter them, Raila is always a very tough man and tactician and a master strategist. Like this self-determination thing. But those things don't serve him well. Yeah.
He has ideas, but
they don't serve him well. Yeah.
Is it a question of lack of strategy, or is there something that we don't know about Raila and the Azimio team? Because every time they come up with new demands, and we expect at least some of the demands they had before to be met fast before the new ones. Is this a sense of...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sit down and calculate what you want. Package it well. Do the timing right. Push the government into a corner from where they must respond. Yeah. They have been unable to push this government into some corner. Yeah, Raila has failed so far. The government is smarter. I did a video and people say, Manyora, you have been bought. Who can buy me? Do I look viable?
But tell me this about President William Ruto. Does this mean he doesn't have an opposition that can take him out? Is that the situation in the country? There is no opposition in the country?
No, but I've not seen anybody to manage Ruto so far. Ruto is on top of things. You can't manage him with these cheap moves from these guys. Scattered. You know they are scattered. You need to concentrate.
Okay.
Something about a demand, especially one that carries an ultimatum. It must be serious, number one. A demand that carries an ultimatum must be actionable. You must force the person you are demanding from, the one you are giving an ultimatum, you must force him to deliver. And therefore you must demand something, give an ultimatum, if it is deliverable. Something somebody can action within a specific time and visibly. But if you throw things and somebody can scatter around them, and then you throw others, you're not smart.
At the start you said it's more of a joke. Does this mean that Kenyans should not take this seriously, what Raila is?
No, I'm saying Kenyans are joking with that which is not supposed to be joked with. Secession is not a joking matter.
Okay.
And we have become jokers over serious matters. Even when you have mass action, you can see people from the other side, Kenya Kwanza, they are just talking like jokers. They are treating something that can destroy the country as if it's just a joke. We shall deal with you. We can deal with Raila once and for all, Kina Moses Kuria.
Yeah.
You see, these are just jokers. You don't joke with matters like this. I saw a tweet from Grand Mullah this yesterday, and I responded. Where you saying, you see, Raila is he cut part of the country, make me president. I told him, Mullah, this is not a joking matter. Yeah. And Grand Mullah is not like Manyora. He told us he pays electricity bill of I don't know how much to warming his swimming pool. Yes. It costs how much in terms of electricity? Me, I pay electricity bill of 800 shillings. He's the one who will miss that luxury. Me, Nitakuja hapa Lombez. I've always told you have a place I can come. Who will follow me here? Yeah. I just take Ndizi. I'll just leave. It is them who will suffer because they are used to good life. Me, I'm just what I am.
People are joking with something.
I was born here, and this is where I am. I've never changed. I'm not rich. Them, they own the world. Watajaribu kuangalia hizo makara ni wanakaa wataziona. Vijana wanatoka Kibira watakaa huko ndani. Yeah, that's how it works. Kakinuka, wale wadosi ndio wanaumia. Sisi raia tu lakini
what's your advice for Raila now as we wind up? What's your advice? Because when he says something of such magnitude and scale, it's a little bit too serious. And they're joking with something that's so serious. What's your advice for him?
You see what Raila should do? Whatever he comes up with should be well thought out. Well thought out. But I'm particularly interested in ultimatum, in demands. There must be demands that can be met. And you must deliver those demands in a manner nobody can scatter around them. But if you give demand after demand, things which the president or Kenya Kwanza can just do a small thing and it's over. Beginning, we remember with Kanini, all the way now to this. Each one of them, then you postpone the talks. In whose interest is the postponement? When you postpone the talks, who benefits? Is it Raila or Ruto? It is Ruto. So why? So that's not being very smart. So I'm telling them, and I want to repeat, Ruto is on top of the game. He's smarter than them. And he will have the last laugh. That's what I'm telling Raila and his team. If they continue in this manner, Ruto will have the last laugh.
All right.
He's just from where he is. He's just saying, "Oh, Jamaa,
Thank you so much for tuning in to a political conversation on secession. We'll have to wait and see if within the next 7 days if President William Ruto will respond or if as we will take the matters to the United Nations. Until we do talk again, have yourself a lovely rest of your day.